Look over my shoulder while I take you through the process of painting this pretty little fallow deer. So I started with a 2H sketch and I'm working in a brand new, really beautiful, soft, cottony watercolor sketchbook. After my pencil sketch, I used my 03 pen to add some of the details, and then I erased away all of my pencil. And for the foliage, I just used little series of dots and dashes, nothing too complicated because I want to leave room for that beautiful watercolor. I always start light to dark and work with all of my wet into wet applications first. So working on a wet surface, I applied layers of burnt sienna, burnt umber, and right direct to the paper, adding blues and violets so that they blend seamlessly and create a beautiful velvety shadow effect. Ultramarine blue is particularly useful in the whites to give that illusion of shadow on white fur. At this point, I'm not being too specific here. I'm staying in my lines, but I am letting the paint just flow fluidly. This is only a 5x7 image, so I've got to keep the details at a minimum. So here you can see me working with that ultramarine blue color again, which is going to be really pretty as a really delicate shadow in the whites. And I'm just adding a little bit of alizarin crimson, and of course together they make a luscious mauve color. Just letting the paint mix gently together on the surface, still working wet into wet here, using some burnt sienna to represent the rusty brown color in the fur. I'm not afraid to leave some gaps of white here. What I noticed is working on such a small scale painting, I felt already like I had this innate closeness to my subject matter, which I think was a really wonderful surprise for me. It makes me feel a little bit more connected, and it certainly forced me to slow down and pay attention to the little details. Working in this way, there's not a lot of room for fussiness, so it even though it was small scale, really helped to kind of free me up a little bit and enjoy the painting process for the sake of painting. And this is part of my field notes study series, and this really reawakened my love for just painting natural subject matter. So now working my way to a drier surface, of course, on such a small scale, I'm not worried about using masking fluid to preserve my whites. I'm simply leaving them behind and painting the negative space. So those little patches of white, the speckles on the hindquarters, I'm just leaving those dry and just letting the paint once again flow. I'm using my 01 round brush here. This is my hybrid 01. Finally, making my way to the fall foliage, which I think complements our little fallow deer beautifully. Now here I worked entirely on dry so that I could almost color in like a coloring book some of the dried ferns, grasses, mushrooms, and really give that nice crispy fall feeling to the background. And this is just a vignette. No full background wash was necessary, just kind of working on dry, more like my illustration style of painting. And you can see where I had erased the pencil marks, the pen lines and the pen work are just kind of floating on the surface. What I like about that is it really allows me to be spontaneous with my brushwork and kind of fill in the blanks. If we're too precious with our pen work, then our painting is going to be really tight. So if you're looking for looseness and fluidity, that's something to keep in mind. Just flip-flopping between colors that I know are going to get along beautifully. Raw sienna, sap green, hooker's green dark with a bit of burnt umber. Sometimes working on dry, sometimes working on wet. Adding water to bleed out harsh edges. Finally working my way up to using my hybrid number 10 pointed round. Now, for those of you who have been following me or subscribed to my channel, you've seen me using these new Fumi brushes, and they have been so wonderful for expressive lines, adding grasses, and really long, elegant strokes that allow the brush to carry paint for quite a long time. So I've been really enjoying the spontaneity of these bristles, but also that big belly and that fine tip, so that I can create these long lines without having to reload my brush. All of the links to any products that I've mentioned in this video are listed below. If you've fallen in love with this little fallow deer, you can actually get your hands on a copy. There is going to be a print available for October, but you have to sign up for my brand new Field Notes Print Club. Every month, a new print will be sent, and the featured month for this fallow deer is October. All of the details will be in the description box below, hand signed, delivered right to your door. Thank you so much for being here. I would love for you to hit that subscribe button, share it with a friend, or comment below and give me some feedback as to what your thoughts were. Until the next time.